watch porn at some point in their lives, but when does watching porn cross the line and become an addiction? Our desire for connection and validation is human, but consuming pornography, especially to the point of addiction, becomes a slippery slope. What starts as a seemingly harmless activity can have destructive, long-term psychological and physiological consequences. Here are 6 dangerous stages of porn addiction. Stage 1. Initial exposure. Your curiosity about porn likely starts innocently, and you might stumble upon it by accident. You might come across sexually explicit content through movies, social media, pop-up ads, friends, and peer pressure as well. Studies show that about 93% of boys and 62% of girls are exposed to porn before the age of 18, often unintentionally through online platforms. At first, it feels like a harmless peek into something that seems forbidden. However, this initial exposure lays the groundwork for further consumption, as your brain's reward system releases dopamine in response to the arousal. The brain starts to associate sexual pleasure with these images or videos, thereby creating a desire to revisit them. Stage 2. Regular consumption. Porn consumption is a spectrum, but when does it become problematic? What constitutes this addiction is your need to explore various types of content in this new world you've been exposed to. In this stage, what started as curiosity now becomes a regular habit. It is no longer something you stumbled upon. It's something you seek out regularly. It either becomes part of your daily routine or a way to escape boredom, stress, or difficult emotions. They might justify this by thinking everyone does it, unaware that their consumption is steadily increasing. At this stage, the brain develops tolerance. Much like substance abuse, you may need to watch more or increasingly explicit content to feel the same level of excitement. A 2007 study by Dr. Norman Doidge found that overconsumption of porn rewires the brain's neural pathways, making the individual crave more extreme content over time. Are you finding this video helpful? Help us by hitting a like, sharing your thoughts on this topic, and share with someone who may need it. Stage 3. Problematic consumption. As the addiction deepens, the effects begin to creep into other aspects of life. This is where porn starts to interfere with daily life. You might find yourself late to work because of late night viewing, or start neglecting personal responsibilities. The escape that porn provided begins to dominate your thoughts, and you might even isolate yourself from friends or family. Statistics show that about 56% of divorce cases involve one partner having an obsessive interest in pornographic websites. For example, a college student might skip studying for exams or fail to complete assignments on time because they spent hours consuming porn. This is dangerous because it's no longer just about satisfying curiosity or sexual desire. It has become a full-blown coping mechanism that harms your relationships and ability to function normally. Stage 4. Dependence. At this point, porn consumption turns into a compulsive behavior. Even when you want to stop, you can't seem to resist the urge. You spend an increasing amount of time thinking about it, seeking opportunities to watch, and planning when you can get your next fix. For example, you might start avoiding social events or important meetings because you feel a constant urge to watch porn. Even in moments of guilt or regret, you find yourself returning to the same behavior. But it gets worse. The preoccupation with porn can dominate your day, disrupting your focus and pulling you away from important aspects of your life. You might find yourself feeling anxious, irritable, or restless if you can't watch it. This stage represents a shift from occasional viewing to needing porn to feel normal. Additionally, this compulsive need can lead to other issues, such as sexual dysfunction. A 2016 study found that young men who consumed large amounts of porn were significantly more likely to experience erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation during real-life encounters. This is because their brains became so accustomed to artificial stimulation that they struggled with real-life intimacy. Stage 5. Desensitization. One of the most destructive aspects of porn addiction is desensitization. At this stage, the content that once excited you no longer has the same effect. As tolerance builds, the usual content no longer excites or arouses you as it once did. This leads to seeking out more extreme and potentially disturbing content to achieve the same level of satisfaction. Unfortunately, this escalation often causes you to push your boundaries, leading some to watch content that goes against your values or worse, seek illegal or morally condemnable content. For example, switching from softcore porn to violent or degrading porn just to achieve the same level of satisfaction. You might feel disturbed by the type of content you're consuming, but your need for more extreme stimulation outweighs those feelings. Stage 6. Crisis points. This is rock bottom. At this stage, the consequences of porn addiction become catastrophic. Your relationships are often destroyed. Your self-esteem is at an all-time low, with an abysmal career or academic performance. You may feel trapped, ashamed, and powerless to stop, despite knowing the harm it's causing. A professional might lose your job because you were caught watching porn at work. Or if you're in a relationship, you could struggle with severe relationship problems because you can no longer be intimate with your partner. All of these contribute to severe feelings of guilt, shame, and hopelessness, leading to depression or anxiety. It is only at this point that people tend to seek therapy or rehabilitation. Research has shown that chronic porn addiction can change the brain structure in a way that is similar to those seen in substance abuse disorders. These changes significantly affect their decision-making, self-control, and emotional regulation, thereby leading to anger management issues. Porn addiction is not just a harmless habit or a casual indulgence. Its effects ripple through your mind, body, and life, taking over your thoughts and behaviors in ways that can be difficult to reverse. If you find yourself moving down this path, please know that you're not alone, and there's no shame in reaching out for help. Don't let this addiction strip away your ability to experience real, meaningful connection and fulfillment. The sooner you address it, the sooner you can start healing. Do you want to learn what lust does to the brain? Watch this video.